Virgo, pause. This isn't a casual message, it's a warning. July 1st and 2nd are not normal days. These final 2 days of the month carry intense energy, and if you don't take action, it could cost you everything you've been working for. This isn't about fear, it's about foresight. The universe is shifting, and you, Virgo, are standing in the middle of it. You've been feeling it, the restlessness, the heaviness, the sudden urges to disconnect. That's not random, that's your intuition screaming, pull back, go inward, protect your energy. Because during July 1st and 2nd, your energy is more vulnerable than ever. People will try to pull you into their chaos. Emotions will feel louder, decisions will seem urgent, but they're traps, distractions designed to knock you off your path. Isolation isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's how you shield your light from being drained. It's how you prepare to receive what's next. You're not meant to be on for everyone right now. You're meant to go quiet, so you can hear the divine instruction coming your way. Because after these 2 days, everything changes, but only for those who were still enough to listen. So Virgo, don't ignore this. Don't brush it off. Your future self is begging you to take this seriously. You're being called to isolate, not to run, but to rise. And when you do, the universe will respond in ways that shock you. Virgo, let's get real. The energy at the end of July isn't here to play nice. It's fast, it's fierce, it's transformative, and if you're not grounded in your own energy, you'll be swept into a current that wasn't meant for you. That's why isolation isn't just helpful right now, it's absolutely necessary. Your sign, ruled by Mercury, is sensitive to energetic shifts. And during July 1st and 2nd, the cosmic pressure intensifies. Spiritual downloads are coming, but you won't hear them in the noise. Your soul is trying to speak, but you can't receive clear messages when everyone else's energy is crowding your field. You need silence, space, stillness. Because in solitude, something powerful happens for Virgo. Your intuitive gifts turn on. Your inner voice gets louder. You begin to see what's real and what's fake. This isn't about cutting people off forever. It's about creating a sacred boundary right now. Your aura is picking up too much. Not because you're weak, but because you're highly receptive. Think about it. Lately, you've been tired for no reason, overwhelmed by small things, irritated with conversations that don't even matter. That's not just stress. That's your spirit telling you it's time to retreat. Because here's the truth, your next transformation is coming, and every transformation begins with a separation. The butterfly isolates in the cocoon before it grows wings. The volcano simmers in silence before it erupts. And Virgo, you're in your simmering phase right now. You are not meant to be everywhere. You're not meant to respond to every message. You're not meant to carry other people's problems right now. This is your season of energetic protection. When you isolate, when you disconnect from the noise, you start to remember who you really are. You start to feel the truth in your body. You stop reacting and you start aligning. This short pause will clear emotional fog. It will reset your nervous system. And most importantly, it will open your channel to divine instruction. Because Virgo, you're not here to follow the crowd. You're here to lead in silence. And here's the most powerful part. In isolation, your manifestations speed up. Why? Because your energy stops leaking. You become magnetic, you become focused, you become ready. So use these 2 days, July 1st and 2nd, as a reset. Say no more, respond less, observe more. It's in that sacred silence that your next chapter will begin to write itself. So Virgo, this isn't about hiding, this is about preparing. Because once this energetic doorway closes, it won't open again for months. Don't miss your window. Withdraw, recharge, and rise. Virgo, let's talk about the cosmic truth. Because the astrology right now, it's no joke, and it's aimed right at you. Mercury, your ruling planet, is in a sensitive zone. And when Mercury shifts like this, you feel it before anyone else. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, during July 1st and 2nd, Mercury is being pulled between clarity and confusion. It's not retrograde yet, but the shadow phase. It's creeping in. You might start questioning yourself, overthinking, overanalyzing, feeling like your thoughts are spiraling and your focus is off. That's not failure, Virgo. That's the cosmic pressure testing your system. But you don't have to break. You just need to pause. Add to that the moon's emotional grip. And it's a storm. The moon during these final days of July? It's stirring your deepest emotions. Stuff you thought you were over might come back up. Old relationships, doubts, fears, sudden flashes of memory, random emotional waves. That's lunar influence, and when you're ruled by Mercury, the moon feels extra loud. But here's the thing the universe is trying to tell you. This is not the time to engage. Not everything needs your reaction. Not every emotion needs to be fixed right now. Some of it just needs to move through you, and it will, but only if you step back. If you stay plugged into everything, every phone call, every post, every convo, you'll start absorbing energy that was never meant to be yours. Virgo, this is exactly how emotional burnout starts. And for you, burnout doesn't just look like tiredness. It looks like snapping at loved ones, losing your drive, feeling disconnected from your goals, getting stuck in a mental loop. The universe is not punishing you, it's protecting you, and the only way to receive that protection is to isolate. Let Mercury do what it needs to do. Let the moon move those heavy waters. You just anchor down and stay still. Because what's coming on the other side of this chaos is clarity. Clarity you've been craving for months. But you won't see it if you keep trying to fix. Let go of control, Virgo. This isn't a time to solve, it's a time to surrender. The alignment happening above you is sacred. Mercury is preparing to reset. The moon is trying to detox your emotional body. The universe is saying, step out of the noise, come back to your center, you'll understand soon. So here's the truth. If you feel emotional, if you feel off, if you feel weird, that's not wrong, that's alignment in progress. The universe is pushing you to break patterns, to step back, to reset your nervous system, to reconnect with what you want, not what the world wants from you. So don't force clarity, don't chase peace, just sit in silence and let it find you. Because once Mercury clears and the moon passes, you'll rise with new insight, new energy and new power. Virgo, this isn't a breakdown. It's a sacred pause before your breakthrough. Honor it, Virgo. Let's go deeper. Because the universe doesn't always speak in words. It speaks in signs. And right now, it's screaming something at you. Pull back. Protect your energy. Prepare. So how do you know this message is for you? Let's break down the 3 powerful signs the universe is sending. Sign 1. You feel drained after simple conversations. Lately, even small talk feels exhausting. It's not that you don't care. It's that your soul is done entertaining surface-level noise. You walk away from a quick chat, feeling like your battery dropped 50%. Even texting back feels heavy. Your mind wants silence, not stimulation. Your heart craves solitude, not small talk. That's not just introversion kicking in. That's your energy field rejecting interference. Your system is entering a recalibration phase, and anyone who's not aligned with that frequency will feel like static. This is your cue. Your body is saying, I don't have space for anything less than truth right now. Listen to it. Sign 2. Random negative thoughts are showing up out of nowhere. Doubt creeps in. You start overthinking. Old fears, old stories, old pain resurface. Not because you're regressing, but because your system is clearing the clutter. These aren't new thoughts, they're echoes, wounds that are bubbling up because they're ready to be released. But here's the catch. If you stay surrounded by other people's voices, you won't recognize what's yours. You'll start thinking their fears are your fears. Their pain becomes your burden. And that's how you spiral. That's why isolation is critical. You need space to sort through the noise, to feel what's yours and return what isn't. This emotional purge is part of your alignment, but it can't happen if you keep stuffing it down or drowning it in distraction. Let the thoughts come, observe them, then let them pass. Sign 3. You sense something big coming, but can't explain it. You've felt it, haven't you? This strange pressure in the air, that pull in your gut, like something is shifting, but you can't name it yet. That's not anxiety, that's intuition. Your soul knows something is approaching, something major, a revelation, a turning point, a breakthrough. And here's the truth, the bigger the breakthrough, the quieter the preparation. That inner knowing you feel, it's your future self calling you forward, but you won't fully hear the message in a crowded room. You'll hear it in stillness. This is why the universe is asking you to retreat, because the moment you step back from the noise, you tune in, you start receiving guidance, ideas drop in, clarity returns, and everything begins to make sense. These are not coincidences, Virgo. These are divine messages, a cosmic prep phase, a sacred window. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt from the inside out. And before something new can arrive, the old must clear. Isolation is the tool the universe uses to elevate you. So if you're experiencing even one of these signs, honor it. Don't push it away. Don't call it overthinking. Don't label it as weakness. Call it what it is, activation. You're being summoned to silence. Because your next chapter requires a completely different frequency, and that frequency only comes through you, not the crowd, not the noise, not the chaos, just you, aligned, aware, and fully awakened. Virgo, now that you know isolation is not a punishment, but a divine strategy, let's talk about what to actually do during these 2 powerful days. Because it's not just about being alone, it's about using that solitude to activate your next level. Here's how to make this isolation transformational. 1. Cleanse your space. Start with your environment, because energy builds up, not just in people, but in your surroundings. That clutter in the corner, that dusty shelf, it holds stagnant energy. And stagnant energy blocks clarity. Light a candle, burn some sage or incense, open your windows, let fresh air in, clean with intention, not just to tidy, but to purify. As you clean, speak this into your space. I release anything that does not align with my highest path, because your outer space reflects your inner space, and when you shift your environment, you shift your vibration. 2. Meditate. Morning and night. Silence is sacred right now, so give yourself at least 10 to 15 minutes twice a day, once when you wake up and once before you sleep. You don't need to do it perfectly. You just need to show up. Sit in stillness, breathe deep. Place your hand over your heart and ask, what do I need to know today? Thoughts will come. Let them. Then let them go. Because beneath the chaos, your soul is speaking. Your future guidance, your next decision, your divine clarity, it's already within you. You just need to quiet the noise long enough to hear it. 3. Journal. What you feel, hear, or see. This isolation period isn't just about feeling, it's about documenting. Keep a journal close by. Every time you feel something big, every time a strange dream or thought shows up, write it down. Don't judge it. Don't filter it. Just capture it. Because later, days or weeks from now, those journal entries will make total sense. You'll see the patterns, you'll connect the dots, you'll realize, oh, that was the universe speaking to me. And this practice, it becomes your roadmap. 4. Avoid overstimulation. This one is major, Virgo, because your mind is already high functioning. You don't need more input, you need space to process. So log off, turn off the notifications, step away from scrolling, swiping, and constantly reacting. Social media, gossip, news, TV drama. It's all noise, and noise kills alignment. Don't fill your isolation with distractions. Fill it with intention. Replace TikTok with meditation. Replace gossip with grounding. Replace overstimulation with observation. Because in that space, you don't just feel peace, you become peace. Give your soul the silence it craves, because in silence you hear what destiny has been whispering all along. This isolation isn't about disconnecting from the world, it's about reconnecting with you. And when you reconnect with you, you stop chasing clarity, you start attracting it. So Virgo, for these 2 days, treat yourself like sacred ground. Clean it, protect it, honor it, because the version of you that emerges from this silence will be unstoppable. Virgo, let's talk about what happens if you don't listen, because this message, it's not just inspiration, it's instruction, and ignoring it doesn't make the energy go away. It just makes the consequences louder. 1. Mental fog. The first thing that hits you when you skip this divine pause, mental clutter. Your thoughts feel scattered, you can't focus, you overthink simple decisions, and suddenly nothing feels clear. You're not broken, you're just overloaded, because your mind, so sharp, so analytical, is being flooded by everyone else's noise. And without isolation to sort through it, you can't tell what's truth and what's trash. The fog gets thicker, the anxiety creeps in, and your sense of direction? Gone. All because you skipped the silence your soul needed to recalibrate. 2. Missed divine opportunities. The universe always sends signs, but they come in whispers, not sirens. If you're moving too fast, if you're too busy, too distracted, too connected, you miss them. You miss the nudge to take that call. You miss the inner pull to start that idea. You miss the opportunity that could have opened doors, and worst of all, you don't even realize you missed it until weeks later when things feel off and you can't figure out why. The universe is generous, but it's not going to shout if you keep ignoring the whispers. 3. Energetic exhaustion. When you ignore the urge to isolate, you say yes to every energy that wants access to you. Every message, every drama, every emotional dump. And guess what? You're a Virgo, so you try to hold it all, fix it all, organize everyone else's chaos. But here's the hard truth. You were never meant to carry that load. Without boundaries, your energy bleeds out. You wake up tired, you feel heavy for no reason. You start resenting people who didn't even ask for your help, because you gave them access without checking if they were aligned. That's how burnout begins. Not with a crash, but with quiet depletion. 4th, delayed manifestation. You've been praying, asking, setting intentions, wanting change. But if you ignore this sacred call to step back, you block the very thing you've been calling in. Because manifestation isn't just about action. It's about alignment. And alignment only happens when your energy is pure, protected, and present. When you're busy absorbing other people's drama, doubts, and distractions, you dilute your frequency. And the universe can't send divine gifts to a space that's already full of noise. So your blessings, they get delayed, not denied, just postponed, until you finally clear space and listen. This isn't fear, Virgo, it's foresight, a holy warning wrapped in wisdom. When you don't listen, the universe stops speaking. But if you obey the call, you unlock what others never will. You step into timelines that feel like miracles. You align with choices that change your life. You become magnetic to what's meant for you. So ask yourself, is 2 days of sacred silence worth a lifetime of divine alignment? Because the cost of ignoring this moment is far greater than the discomfort of slowing down. Virgo, protect your path, honor your instincts, obey the call. Virgo, you've heard the warning, you've felt the urgency. Now let's talk about the reward. Because this isolation, it's not about pulling away forever, it's about pulling inward. So you can come back stronger than ever before. When you honor this sacred pause, you don't just rest, you realign. 1. realignment with your soul mission. You've been operating on autopilot lately, doing the things, checking the boxes, trying to keep up. But deep down, you know something's been off, like your spirit's been nudging you, whispering, there's more than this. Isolation creates the space to remember why you're here, to reconnect with your core purpose, not who the world thinks you should be, but who you truly are. Your soul didn't come here to blend in. It came to build, to heal, to lead. And you can't align with that mission when your energy is split in 1,000 directions. This quiet time, it brings you back home to yourself. 2. Activation of divine timing. When you isolate, you stop rushing, you stop forcing, you stop trying to make things happen on your timeline. Instead, you start flowing with divine timing. Ideas that weren't clear suddenly drop in. The call you were waiting for happens out of nowhere. That random opportunity appears right when you least expect it. That's not coincidence, that's alignment, and it only happens when you get still enough to receive it. Isolation puts you in sync with the rhythm of the universe, and in that rhythm, everything starts to move with effortless power. 3. Purification of your path. Let's be honest, Virgo. You've picked up energy from people who don't deserve access to you. You've been carrying responsibilities that were never yours, and it's clouded your vision. But isolation, it purifies, it clears out the spiritual clutter, it detoxes your emotional space, it wipes the fog off your mirror, so you can see your life, your choices, and your direction clearly. It's like hitting the reset button on your path. You finally stop walking in circles, and you start moving in purpose. 4. Greater clarity about who and what to cut off. This is the big one. When you're in isolation, something powerful happens. You begin to see people clearly. You notice who drains your energy, who always brings chaos, who never supports your growth. And just as important, you see who actually feeds your soul. This clarity, it's priceless, because it allows you to make clean, confident cuts. No guilt, no second guessing, just alignment. You stop tolerating what doesn't match your frequency. You stop entertaining what blocks your peace. You reclaim your power, one boundary at a time. Virgo, imagine waking up on July 3rd, calm, centered, certain. That's not a fantasy. That's what's waiting on the other side of your isolation. This isn't about escaping the world. It's about rising above the noise, stepping into a version of you that's focused, clear, and fully aligned. So if you've been wondering, will it even make a difference if I pull back for 2 days? Here's your answer: yes, it will change everything. Because when you pause with purpose, you rise with power. Virgo. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe deep. This next message is not from the world. It's from your higher self, from the part of you that sees beyond the chaos, from the divine voice that's been waiting to speak through the silence. So listen closely. Dear Virgo, this sacred pause, it isn't punishment, it's not rejection, it's not a delay, it's preparation, a divine cocoon wrapped in stillness. Because something inside you is being transformed. You are not who you were a month ago, and you are not meant to carry that old identity into what's next. Right now, your soul is being rewired. Old patterns are being dissolved. Heavy emotions are being surfaced and released. Truths you've avoided are rising up. Not to shame you, but to free you. You are being recharged in ways you cannot yet see. Your energy, your clarity, your purpose, they are all returning. And yes, Virgo, it's uncomfortable, because realignment always is. The noise of the world gets louder when your soul goes quiet. But that silence, that's where the codes are. You keep asking, what's my next move? Where is my breakthrough? When will it happen for me? And the answer has been right here all along. Disconnect, so you can receive. Disconnect from opinions, from fear, from the noise pretending to be guidance, because your true path can only be seen when your inner world becomes still. Don't chase answers right now. Don't force decisions. Don't run toward distraction just to avoid discomfort. Sit in it, feel it, and then rise from it. You are not being asked to hustle. You are being asked to listen, to drop deeper into your body, into your breath, into the wisdom that's been buried beneath survival mode. This is not the end. This is a return to you, to truth, to alignment. July 1st and 2nd were chosen on purpose because these days hold a portal, a window of clarity, of cleansing, of cosmic instruction. But you can only walk through it if you pause, and if you don't, you'll miss what was meant for you. So, dear Virgo, let go of the guilt, let go of the pressure to perform, let go of proving, pleasing, overthinking, overdoing, and instead lean into grace, lean into sacred rest, lean into trust, because what's coming next, it's bigger than what you're leaving behind. But you'll only step into it if you slow down long enough to hear the invitation. This isn't about control, it's about surrender, the kind of surrender that leads to supernatural clarity, the kind that unlocks divine timing, the kind that restores your faith in yourself. You are being realigned with people who match your frequency, with opportunities that reflect your worth, with a path that finally feels like home. So honor the stillness, honor the space between where you were and where you're going, because when you do, your destiny will stop whispering and start shouting your name. You're not lost, Virgo, you're becoming. Trust the silence, because that's where the magic lives. Virgo, now that you understand the power of these final 2 days of July, it's time to channel that energy into action, a sacred ritual designed just for you, one that clears, heals, and aligns your energy field. So the universe can finally deliver what you've been asking for. This is your moment, and here's exactly what to do. Step 1. Write down what you're releasing. Find a quiet space. Sit down with a pen and paper, not your phone, not a screen, and just ask yourself, what is no longer serving me? Let it pour out. Thoughts, habits, people, doubts. Write it all down. Everything that's been weighing you down, confusing your path, or draining your light. Be brutally honest. No sugarcoating. This is your soul talking. Once it's written, read it over. Feel it one last time, then get ready to let it go. Step 2. Light a white candle plus cleanse with sage now. Light a white candle. White symbolizes purity, clarity, and new beginnings. It's the flame of rebirth. Then take a sage bundle, incense, or Palo Santo, whatever you prefer, and slowly move it around your body, around your space. Let the smoke absorb the old energy and carry it out. As you do, say out loud, I cleanse my energy. I clear all that blocks my path. I make space for what's divinely mine. This is more than symbolic. This is energy work, and it works when you believe in it. Step 3. Speak this into the universe now. With the candle burning and your space cleared, place your hand over your heart. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you exhale, say this out loud, powerfully, with conviction. I release all energy that blocks my divine path. I now return to alignment. I welcome clarity, peace, and divine timing. I am ready to receive what is mine. Pause after each line. Let the words settle into your body. This is your energetic contract with the universe. It hears you, and it will respond. Step 4. Visualize golden light entering your body. Now close your eyes and imagine a soft, radiant golden light above your head. It begins to flow down, gently, slowly, through your crown, into your third eye, your throat, your heart, all the way down to your toes. Feel it healing you, warming you, cleansing every cell, upgrading your frequency. This is divine energy. It's yours, and it's preparing you to receive everything you've been praying for. Hold this image for a few minutes. Let it fill you. Let it remind you you are the light. Do this before sleeping on July 1st and 2nd, and watch how July opens like magic. Doors will swing wide, blockages will dissolve, and what you once thought was impossible will arrive at your feet. Virgo, this isn't a ritual to try. It's a portal to step through, so show up, be present, honor the magic, because when you align your energy with intention, the universe doesn't just listen, it delivers. So Virgo, you've heard the message, not just with your ears, but with your soul. This isn't just a warning, it's a window, a sacred portal designed specifically for you to reset, to realign, to rise. The question is, will you enter it or ignore the knock at your soul's door? This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. It's about choosing peace over pressure, alignment over anxiety, purpose over people-pleasing. Because when you say yes to isolation, you say yes to power, to clarity, to divine timing. So Virgo, take a stand. Comment below right now and declare it. I choose to isolate and receive. Let the universe hear you. Let your energy shift in real time. Let this be the moment your timeline bends. Like this video to send out the signal, I'm ready to rise. Subscribe so you never miss another divine download, activation, or alignment moment. Because Virgo, the journey ahead is sacred, but only for those brave enough to be still. You're not alone. You're being led. And the next version of you? She's waiting on the other side of silence. Twinkle, twinkle, little star.